Alright guys, welcome back, long time no see. We have new leaks. Obviously you can see there was a meta weekly with Maxi being banned, which obviously means Dkayed brought us some new leaks that we are going to talk about today. Not a lot of leaks, but obviously we will get more. There's the Unchained cards that we already know, and it's quite important that we know about the Unchained cards, as we will see in a moment. So I quickly want to go over this. Know about the Unchained cards coming, mainly the Unchained Soul of Shavara, the Unchained Soul of Shayama, and the Unchained Soul Lord of Yama, which will definitely make this deck viable. It will be quite a strong deck. I predict it will be something along the lines of Infernoble Knights, maybe a bit above. Not the strongest deck, but also not the most expensive one, because this is an ultra that you only need once, and then you need Tour Guide of the Underworld 3 times, and whatever this will be, this is one of, this is a 3 of, and this is a 2 of, so it will not be too expensive. A very fun deck, destroying your own monsters to make some cool plays. The deck will become stronger once we have SP Linlight, because then with your Unchained Soul of Rage, which is normally on your end board, you can do some quite amazing plays. Until then, we will probably use the Nightmare Unicorn, which is just a weaker version of the SP Linlight, but SP Linlight is to be expected in, I would say, the next pack or the pack afterwards, but obviously this is not a leak now, this is just me guessing. So what are we really getting? What has been revealed? So the first thing and the most important thing is we have the reveal of Arias the Labyrinth Butler coming, and if you do not know the card, then quickly read it together. It says field effect level 6, which will be relevant in a moment. During the main phase, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. From your hand, either a special summon one, so once again it's like the furnitures which can be discarded from hand or from field to the graveyard to set welcome traps and spells. Either special summon one labyrinth monster from your hand or set one normal trap from your hand. In the beginning I was under the impression this meant from the deck, so setting one normal trap from the deck, which would be insane, because as it reads here, that set card can be activated this turn. So if you set your big welcome from your hand and you dump your Arias the Labyrinth Butler, then you are able to activate this big welcome. So it's basically like you have set a big welcome and activated a Labyrinth Coup Clock with another Labyrinth monster on the field, so that's quite nice. And then obviously, like the other basically furniture pieces, this one also has an effect that returns it to your hand or the field. When your opponent activates a card or effect in response to the activation of your Labyrinth card or effect, except a Labyrinth Butler Arias or your normal trap card or effect, while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. Okay, it special summons itself, it does not go to the hand, but obviously having the opportunity to choose whether to special summon or go to the hand would be the better one. But in the end, being able to be special summoned versus only being able to go to the hand, the special summoned one is better, because you can use this level 6 buddy for more plays than all buddy in general. It also has a lot of defense, a lot of attack points, and you can also tribute it from the field. So when your opponent activates a card or effect in response to the activation of 11 card or effect, except Labyrinth, Arias, or your normal trap card or effect, while this card is in your graveyard. So basically everything, right? So once you start a chain with one of your normal traps or one of your Labyrinth cards, whenever your opponent reacts to this, for example with an Ash on your big welcome Labyrinth or whatever, so whenever something is chained to a normal trap or a Labyrinth card, as long as the Arias is in the graveyard, you will be able to re-summon him and then obviously use him again, which the upside is that you don't need an additional discard, like with the furniture guys. The downside being that you need a card that you can set from your hand. The Labyrinth furniture guys basically put it from the deck to the field. So they are a bit different, but similar in the idea what they want to achieve. Very, very strong Arias, the Labyrinth Butler. Can definitely be a 3 of, can also be a 1 of. Some lists do not play this, some at 2, some at 3. So we have definitely seen over the time that this has been in the OCG and the TCG, this card popping up quite a lot, being used quite a lot in a Labyrinth in different variations. Will definitely make the deck stronger. We have just gotten the transaction rollback. The only question I ask myself is, where is all the space for this? Where's the space in the Labyrinth deck to put in 3 Arias, the Labyrinth Butler, for example? Don't get me wrong, this is a super strong card and will make the deck even stronger. And if we might see some Snake Eye hits, might be the case towards the end of the month, and then when the new pack releases, we will probably see some changes for Snake Eye. I would suggest, or I would expect, then we will probably see a Labyrinth being even stronger, and it might just be the best deck in the room at that point. And this is also because we are getting the Labyrinth, the Unchained cards, because there's also the Unchained Labyrinth variant, which we can quickly take a look at with Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. I remember that we had Labyrinth, like in the TCG at the moment, it's not the strongest. But I remember that we have a German one, a Dkayed, where Labyrinth actually topped. It was last weekend. There it is, Dkayed WCQ. Here it is. For those of you not aware what this site is, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, where you can look at tournament results. So this one here, notably not playing Arias, the Labyrinth Butler, but in most lists there is an Arias. This is not what I want to point out here. What I point out here is the Unchained package being in here, so the Unchained Soul of Shavara, and then also the Soul of Rage, the Soul of Anguish, the big boss guy, and the Yama here. And then there's the one Unchained trap, the Escape of the Unchained, which is able to summon something to the field. So by getting, correct me if I'm wrong here, because I'm not 100% sure how the Unchained part of this deck works, but I think it works in the sense that you send the Escape of the Unchained to the grave, which then summons you, or you summon the Unchained or get the Unchained Soul of Shavara to the grave, which then gets you this one on the field, or the other way around. So the idea is to go into your Unchained Soul Lord of Yama with, oh no, this is what it's supposed to happen. I guess you make Yama here, and then you can search your Shavara, and then you can get Shavara onto the field by destroying something. Might also destroy the Yama. And then you can send this away, and then you can set the trap, and then you will end up with your Unchained Soul of Rage on your endboard, which in combination with the SP Little Knight, as you can see here, we will use the Nightmare Unicorn, is a strong interruption. So this is a bonus engine that you can fit into Labyrinth, which arguably makes the deck stronger, and is, in my opinion, and I also think the data supports this over on Yu-Gi-Oh! Scope, is stronger than is the pure Labyrinth version. But we will also be able to play a triple Arias, or at least one Arias in this list. As you can see, they are playing triple Ku-Clock. For example, you could cut 2 Ku-Clocks for 2 Arias, the Labyrinth Butler. So all in all, Labyrinth with the Unchained stuff and the Butler becoming way more strong will definitely be a very dominant deck. We have another leak here for a single card that is coming, Badlin, Boxer, King, and Dempsey, which is not that impactful, but we can also read this. If this card is special summoned, you can take 1 level 4, so it needs 2 level 4 monsters. Very, very like not general, but you know what I mean. You can make it with every level 4 monster. This is what I want to say. This card is special summoned, you can take 1 level 4 or lower fire a warrior monster or 1 Badlin Boxer spell trap from your deck, either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. And this is normally used, or was used by Peck when he played Infernoble Knights, so he had this in the deck. This is an extender that you can use with 2 of your level 4 bodies. If you need another Infernoble Knight extender to your hand, then you can use the Badlin Boxer Dempsey that will also come in the April pack. But I think one of the most important things to note here is that we have the Badlin Boxer Dempsey reveal. We know that Arias the Labyrinth Butler is coming, but then there's also the Unchained cards coming, which these are only 3 cards, right? We obviously can expect like some reprints. We might get a reprint of the Abomination. This is something that I could see coming, but as of right now, we only know 5 cards that will come in the next pack. So keep in mind that even though the pack already is stronger than the last pack we received, will have a bigger impact, because Unchained will be playable and the Unchained Labyrinth variant also. Keep in mind, because I have read this over on Master Duel Reddit, that a lot of people were complaining like, oh, when is my favorite archetype getting the support? When is the Rescue stuff coming? When is, what else is missing? The Chimera stuff coming. Keep in mind that we, as of this point, only know 5 cards that will come in the next pack. And obviously there will be way more new cards. So we can definitely expect some of the archetypes that are missing to be supported. This is at least my guess. I don't think that this will only be Unchained. We can't really say that this is a Labyrinth support pack. There's only this 1 card in there. This is definitely an Unchained support pack, but we might as well see cards like the remaining Rescue S cards, which are also only 2 cards. We might see the remaining Pearly cards, which only the big or the little black cat is relevant, which when this comes out, the Pearly deck is definitely once again viable. We might also see the Chimera stuff, which we have not really talked about on this channel a lot, which works together with Branded Chimera. Is a deck that was played in the TCG, though in my opinion it is A, weaker than is a pure branded list, and B, way more uninteresting. It gives Branded some like interruptions, some negations in form of the Mirror Swords Knight being able to negate monsters, if I'm correct here. You can manage this card and negate, and the Coatl can negate something that targets something. So, cool addition to the Branded engine, but nothing too special here. But keep in mind that even though we do know some cards that will come in the next pack, we do not know all of the cards, and there will definitely be a lot of new cards coming to the April pack. April pack definitely, as of this point, way more impactful than was the March pack. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Unchained will be very, very cool. I'm not posting a lot of stuff, a lot of content on the channel this month because this month is very boring with the new stuff being added to Master Duel, unfortunately. But come next month, you will definitely see more of me when the Unchained stuff is coming. So let me know in the comments what you think. Are you excited for Labyrinth getting more stuff, or are you afraid that it will be too strong? Are you already annoyed playing against it? Let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks for being here, guys. If you like my content, please consider subscribing, hitting the thumbs up and the notification bell, and we will see each other in the next one.